For Remy Ma, everything seems off, and really, she's struggling with it. After years of being the untouchable rap queen, she is going through a horrible, humiliating breakup. And who is at fault? There was Papoose, the man who had kept her down for years. She is being broken by the man who was once her rock. Papoose didn't just keep going, which is strange. He's showcasing his newfound foreign contacts and living life to the fullest. How about Remy? She's not just upset, she's begging. The woman, who had vowed never to approach a man, is now pleading for another chance. How about desperation? I notice it's showing. Let's be honest, the entire situation has disgraced Remy. Just a few months ago, she was out here acting like she had everything worked out. She was the one who denigrated Papoose and treated him like a disposable item. And now, it's the other way around. Hardy, because she was busy making fun of someone else while Papoose was leveling up. He was not going to wait for her to come back. No, he was faithful somewhere else. And now that the damage has been done, she wants him back. No, it doesn't work that way. At first, they thought she would cope well with the loss. She might go into hiding, focus on her work, and temporarily retreat. However, no. By phoning, messaging, and even approaching people in Papoose's social circle, she is attempting to get another shot with him. And if you think this is a small, harmless effort at peacemaking, think again. Remy never leaves. And desperate moments. In other words, they want extreme measures. Many individuals claim that she has been hitting up Papoose at all hours, sending long, emotional texts, and basically letting her heart out. What would have happened if this had occurred a few years earlier? Papoose would probably have caved, but now, he's not even responding. Now that Papoose's new girlfriend isn't interested in the drama, things become even more complicated. She is on her toes to let Remy know that she is not welcome in this new chapter. And honestly, it must be painful. Imagine being regarded as just another ex despite being well-known, prosperous, and respected, much like Remy Ma. That kind of rejection hurts. But how things got so bad is the actual question. After having a man who would stop at nothing to help her, how did Remy end up alone? Let's take a look back. To understand why Papoose is done with her, we need to talk about how it all began. Remember when Remy was first accused of having an affair with Papoose? At first, they didn't want to believe it. Papoose was the perfect example of a loving spouse. He prioritized his wife, wrote for her, and gave her continual praise. So why would she ever be that way toward him? Then the proof started to surface. People were interacting. There were rumors. But then there were more. Here, facts were at play. How about Papoose? He was heartbroken, but he did not intend to die a wretched death. Instead of making a huge public fuss, he waited. He moved in silence. What time did he get ready? He did something. He is thriving as we go into the present. His outlook has changed. He has a new relationship, and most importantly, he now appreciates himself more. But Remy, she is lagging behind. If you think Remy Ma will give up, you don't know her. What will she do next, after all? Indeed, that will make the strangeness much more intense. And something went wrong right when you thought there was nothing else to mess up. Everything is taken to the next level by Remy Ma. You see, a woman like Remy, she is not easily discouraged. No, she is a fighter, both physically and figuratively. And now, she is fighting for Papoose as if her life were on the line. She has reportedly been utilizing every strategy at her disposal to support her claims, including contacting Papoose's family, making sincere, drawn-out phone conversations, and attempting to set up random meetups. Which is the worst? It's not working. Is Papoose to blame? The man who would have given everything up for her has evolved. No, he is done because he is the backup. When all else fails, she no longer looks to him. You know what's really burning for Remy? Papoose's public joy while she was overseas. Every time she opens her phone, she sees him smiling, doing well, and flaunting his new relationship. Let's face it, the worst thing in the world is witnessing the man he took for granted carry on as if he never existed. Remy is actually experiencing more than just a personal meltdown. No, she's also letting this situation affect how she comes across to the public. Insiders claim that when someone at a private event brought up her new girlfriend last week, Papoose lost it. Witnesses said that she became angry and yelled at everyone who even mentioned the topic in a matter of seconds. And if you think that's bad, that was nothing compared to what she did next. Sources claim that Remy tried to stir up controversy by criticizing his new relationship in an enigmatic social media post in an effort to attract Papoose's attention. To be honest, even though she didn't name them, everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. But instead of getting the answer she wanted, Papoose silently hit her. No response, no acknowledgement, nothing. And maybe that was the most painful thing. Remy was used to Papoose's continual presence, which is the issue. No matter what she did or how many times she embarrassed him, he was always there and ready to make things right. But this time, it's not the same. Additionally, do you know what's crazy? This whole situation isn't being closely monitored by Papoose's new spouse. Oh no, she is certain that Remy is knowledgeable about her work. She has allegedly shown that she is not afraid of Remy by refusing to back down. And as a result, things are becoming worse. Let's face it, Remy isn't used to being ignored. Being seen as an outsider in her life is not something Papoose is used to. And now that she understands she no longer has control over the narrative, she's losing her mind. But this is just the beginning, I assure you. Why, in your opinion, won't Remy discuss this loss? Think again. Everyone will have to talk when she does something so ridiculous and desperate. What comes next? I promise you won't believe it. Remy reminds us all how mistaken we were. Because of this woman, just when you thought she was at her lowest, she refuses to let go. After being completely neglected by Papoose, seeing him flaunt his happiness with his new partner, and realizing that her usual tactics were no longer working, Remy decided it was time to take dramatic action. When I say desperate, what do I mean? I mean desperate. In what way does Papoose address the allegations that Remy is now trying to ruin her new relationship? That's not nearly how haphazard it is. Remy appears to have been reaching out to Papoose's friends to find out more about his new sweetheart. She has been following links between them, getting in touch with old friends, and basically doing everything she can to find out something that would cause them to break up. She couldn't find any real soil though, which is where the oddness starts according to reports. She tried to manufacture some then. Indeed, yes, you heard me right. Insiders claim that Remy has been fabricating tales to suggest that Papoose's new partner isn't as committed as she seems. You also know that once rumors have started to circulate on social media, it can be hard to stop them. But what do you know? This time, it didn't work because Papoose and his new girlfriend didn't believe any of it. She could see right through it. She made it plain that she would not be attending, refusing to fall for the ploy. And this caused Remy to spiral even farther. In addition to being hurt, she is also ashamed. Let's be honest, what could be worse than begging a man to come back and getting complete disregard in return? If you've tried every method in the book and none of them work, what could be more annoying? What if you thought she could manage this? Yes, you don't know who Remy is. Because now, she is altering the situation. Since she isn't receiving the attention she desires from Papoose and her attempts to ruin his new relationship aren't working, she is trying to play the victim. She was providing subliminal signals, and it seems that she was the one who was tricked. According to her cryptic posts, people forget who was really there for them, and loyalty isn't appreciated until it's gone. Sister, let's not do this instead. You know, because you were the one who ignored your marriage. Did you not go, knowing that Papoose would always be there to greet you? Now you want to cry about loyalty? Make sense of it. However, things take a far more serious turn now that Remy is out here doing everything he can and Papoose is leveling up. He is not just happy but thriving in his new partnership. We're talking about business contracts, brand partnerships, new music projects, and everything else. Which feature is the best? Remy is not involved in any of this. The primary reason she is upset is that she most likely anticipated Papoose would suffer in her absence, that when he realized he needed her in difficult times, he would come back. Instead, he's doing great. The one thing they can't stand is when you become the best version of yourself without your toxic ex. Now, Remy is forced to watch as the man she once believed to be hers matures, moves on, and begins a new life with someone who truly loves him. What do you know too? She has a right to that very thing. Because in the end, it doesn't matter who was in a romantic relationship for the longest time. What matters is who treated you well. How about Papoose? Finally, he found someone who does. Papoose has officially left the building, despite Remy's continued degradation and her relentless self-loathing in an effort to win him back. That's it, people. Remy is paying the consequences for cheating on herself right now. She felt that her lying, contempt, and humiliation of Papoose would not have any consequences. Either way, she thought he would always be there, ready to pardon her. But now, she is the one making the plea. She is the one spiraling downward, losing sleep, worrying, and regretting every choice that has led her to this point. How about Papoose? He's winning. This is what happens when you take a good person for granted. Why? They know how valuable they are. They leave without looking back. What do you think then? Is Remy just sad over losing the game she thought she was playing? Or does she actually feel horrible about it? Do you think Papoose should give her another chance? Or, having escaped a gunshot, has he finally found peace? I would love to hear your thoughts, so please share them in the comments area. If you want more unexpected celebrity drama, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the tea will only get hotter from here. I'll see you all at the next one, so stay dirty and enjoy yourself. Till then.